and welcome to GeForce On. I'm here in the GeForce Tech Marketing Lab checking out what 2026 has to offer in PC gaming. And although we're not announcing any new GPUs today, we have a lot to show you, including new games like Resident Evil Requiem, 007 First Light, big updates to DLSS and G-Sync tech, and great new hardware from our partners. Let's begin by hearing from one of the creators of Phantom Blade Zero, the upcoming wuxia action RPG from S-Game, and what GeForce Tech you can expect to see in it.
Phantom Blade Zero is based on Rembrandt, an indie game I made all by myself in like 15 years ago. In 2021, we decided to make a major shift to big console and PC titles. That is the beginning of Phantom Blade Zero. We created a style, we call it Kung Fu Punk, in which we mix in our own Chinese culture and Chinese wuxia cultures with those cool elements from modern entertainment industries, such as steampunk, folklore, and also cosmic horror and such. I would say it's neither Souls-like nor hack and slash. We would love to create something in between, something with both the explorations and also fast-paced combat. A very good thing for PC gamers is they have different ways to experience the game. I think RTX and DLSS 4 are the main features that enhance our game a lot. The rain is one of our core environmental features. So having a convincing presentation of anything in the rain is important, and we count on ray tracing system for this. It's difficult to maintain the frame rate while you have a top-notch graphic. So DLSS 4 and other NVIDIA technologies support us to get a stable frame rate while getting the best graphic.
Hi, I'm Brian, and I'm coming to you from the heart of Endeavor, NVIDIA's headquarters. These days, NVIDIA is known for our AI servers like the one here, but not everyone understands how important AI is for gamers. DLSS 4 was trained on an AI supercomputer made out of servers just like this one, and it's become our fastest adopted gaming technology. DLSS unlocks real-time path tracing, with more exciting games arriving this year. Since announcing DLSS 4 at CES last year, the team has been hard at work making DLSS better, training the models on bigger and more challenging datasets. Now, we're introducing DLSS 4.5. We have dramatically improved super resolution with a new second-gen transformer model, and we've expanded the capabilities of multi-frame generation. DLSS 4 introduced a new transformer architecture that enabled a big leap in image quality over our previous convolutional neural network. Now, we're releasing our second-generation transformer for super resolution. It's 5 times more compute and is trained on an expanded dataset, so the model has greater context awareness of every scene and more intelligent use of pixel sampling and motion vectors. These improvements make super resolution performance and ultra performance modes so much better. It has superior anti-aliasing for smoother edges, clearer gameplay, even with fast-moving objects, and improved temporal stability from frame to frame. With DLSS 4.5, we've also made multi-frame generation better in every way. The second-generation transformer delivers superior image quality as input to the frame generation model. The frame generation model has been continuously fine-tuned for improved quality and stability. And we've improved frame pacing to ensure the high frame rates feel as good as they look. With these improvements, we can now generate up to 5 additional frames per rendered frame with minimal change to latency. That's a new 6x total multiplier, unlocking 240Hz 4K gaming with real-time path tracing. Along with this 6x capability, DLSS 4.5 also introduces dynamic multi-frame generation. This mode dynamically increases the number of generated frames in demanding scenes, maximizing the monitor's refresh rate for the smoothest possible experience. In less demanding scenes, it automatically decreases the number of generated frames, so it only computes what's needed. DLSS 4 was already the best way to play. Now, just a year later, DLSS 4.5 runs faster, looks better, and is easier to use. We're excited to launch the second-generation super resolution transformer for all GeForce RTX users. Dynamic multi-frame generation will be available in spring for GeForce RTX 50 series users. All of the features announced for DLSS 4.5 will be available through override settings in the NVIDIA app. With the launch of DLSS 4.5, NVIDIA continues to push the boundaries of accelerated computing in both AI and graphics. They are now one and the same, and we can't wait to see where we go next.
Hi, I'm Keita. For 24 years, my team and I have had the privilege of partnering with the world's best developers to bring cutting-edge, high-quality games to GeForce gamers. One game I'm very excited about is 007 First Light. Let's check in with my friends at IO Interactive to get an inside look at how they created an original Bond story for PC with DLSS 4.
Well, what are we waiting for?
007 First Light is an action-packed, story-driven adventure spy thriller where you play as a young James Bond as he ventures on his first journey and his first steps into the larger world of spycraft. Bond hasn't been in games for around 13 years or so. Because we're doing a younger Bond, it's a wonderful opportunity for us to really explore how the relationships he has in his younger years, how they affect him as a character.
The primary tech that we are developing together with NVIDIA is all the DLSS features, especially of DLSS 4. Everything from multi-frame generation to super resolution is incredibly useful and something that we have integrated very, very closely into the game.
Having software and hardware working together and getting the best out of it while using these techniques really helps us to push the limits. So we are very proud of what we did together, and it's been a great experience working with NVIDIA.
I would hope that we find a new, fresh audience for Bond and that they get to connect to this character, and I would hope for them that they get to fall in love with him a little bit like we have during this development.
We are very proud at being the team that can actually bring 007 back into gaming. This is something that we want to nourish and see what we can do to encourage players to actually just enjoy this experience that we're crafting for them.
All right, we headed to the G-Sync Optical Lab. As you already know, in 2013, G-Sync revolutionized gaming monitors for GeForce gamers. We introduced variable refresh rate technology, which put an end to ugly screen tearing. And now we're launching the next big evolution in VRR tech with G-Sync Pulsar monitors. Garrett, the lead architect of G-Sync technology, is going to explain how it was done. Come on.
Welcome to our G-Sync Optical Lab, where we're constantly exploring how to improve display technologies for gaming. An LCD or OLED display is always showing an image during scan-out, so pixels actually show at the wrong location for almost an entire frame time, which is perceived as blur for moving objects. This blur can be removed by strobing or pulsing the display's backlight. However, if you try doing this by varying the pulse proportional to a variable refresh rate, it causes flicker in the human eye. We tried for over 10 years to develop pulse sequences that would not flicker. At one point we even proved that the solution wasn't possible. We almost gave up there. Until a colleague suggested adding a compensation pulse, shifting the flicker to a higher frequency where it's not visible. This breakthrough enables G-Sync Pulsar to improve motion clarity together with VRR without any flickering. Pulsar-enabled displays have multiple horizontal backlight sections that are independently pulsed from top to bottom. With this rolling scan scheme, pixels are given almost a full frame time to achieve the right values before being backlit, showing objects at the correct location. We pulse at 25% of a frame time. This means any object hold time is 4 times smaller for 4 times the effective motion clarity. In other words, at 250 FPS with Pulsar, you get the motion clarity of a theoretical 1000 Hz monitor as if you're rendering at 1000 FPS.
In competitive gaming, enhanced motion clarity can give you the competitive edge with more precise tracking and response to fast-moving elements. For immersive games, increased clarity enhances immersion. Then you no longer need to switch between ULMB and VRR as in the past. I also want to tell you about something else that we are announcing today called G-Sync Ambient Adaptive Technology. A built-in sensor detects the ambient light in your gaming space. When the light in your room changes, so does your display's brightness and color temperature. You're likely familiar with such features on your mobile phone or tablet. In daylight, the display will show 100% brightness and cool white colors. As the space darkens, the display can automatically scale luminance down with warmer light colors. With this optional feature, you can just set it and forget it for the best lighting day and night. You can get new G-Sync monitors with pulsar and ambient adaptive technologies at select retailers. And going forward, we'll be bringing you more G-Sync monitors and technologies faster than ever before, because G-Sync is now being integrated into display scalers from MediaTek, streamlining production and making great gaming displays more accessible.
Right now is one of my favorite times of the year, CES, where our partners announce a bunch of new exciting hardware. And here are just a few of the many that I'd like to tell you about. First up, Asus and Gigabyte are introducing graphics cards featuring the double flow-through design that debuted on the RTX 5090 Founders Edition. The Asus ProArt GeForce RTX 5090 packs flagship performance into an SFF-ready footprint, which means it's 2.5 slots wide and fits into a variety of small form factor cases, thanks to the more efficient cooling from the double flow-through design. And MSI is bringing back the Lightning series with the GeForce RTX 5090 Lightning Z, which brings high-end overclocking features, an 8-inch LCD screen, and a hybrid liquid-cooled design. We also have a wide selection of new GeForce RTX 50 series laptops. This Asus TUF Gaming A14 comes equipped with a GeForce RTX 5060 laptop GPU and a 1600p 165Hz panel. It's lightweight at around 3 pounds. Then there's the HyperX Omen 15, which features up to a GeForce RTX 5070 laptop GPU and a stunning OLED 1600p 180Hz display. And for monitors, we have new G-Sync displays supporting Pulsar and ambient adaptive technology, like the ROG Strix Pulsar model from Asus. They're all 27-inch IPS displays, supporting 360Hz refresh rate. Finally, we have new products from our system builders, like this one from Origin PC. This is the new Neuron 4500X, featuring a customizable frame system. It includes a single piece of glass that wraps around the whole case with this awesome waterfall vent system. It will be released later this month. Which hardware are you most interested in? Let us know in the comments.
Our next game is from our longtime partners at Gaijin and Matter team called Active Matter, an all-new first-person extraction shooter set in a fractured multiverse, launching in 2026 with ray tracing and DLSS 4. Let's take a look at a new exclusive trailer.
Oh, hello again. For over 20 years, GeForce has been the way Battlefield is meant to be played. With the launch of Battlefield 6, which supports DLSS 4, we thought it'd be fun to ask the community for your best Battlefield 6 clips. And here are some of our favorites.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
It's like the aggressive sniping that I enjoy though, like getting closer to people, to be honest with you. What the f? I'm never gonna hit that with my f***ing... yeah.
Bruh.
And not letting this opportunity go to waste, here's my favorite clip from RTX Play Live, our weekly show on NVIDIA's Twitch channel.
Controlling the battle. Good work.
Quad kills. 5 kill. Wow, that was amazing. Thanks again to everyone who shared clips and looking forward to seeing you on the battlefield. We've also been seeing a lot of you at our community events around the world. We've celebrated 25 years of GeForce in Korea with hundreds of gamers, custom PCs, and Jensen himself.
I'm very happy to be back.
And recently, we met up with gamers at one of the biggest LAN parties in North America, PDX LAN, which GeForce has been attending since 2003. For this one, we brought along a fun experiment asking attendees which 60 frames per second video of Cyberpunk 2077 looked better. And the results? 85% of gamers preferred option B, which was DLSS on. In addition, DLSS on was 5 times the frame rate with multi-frame gen. There was another cool activity we had at PDX LAN, and that was the GeForce Garage Case Mod Contest. And here to tell you all about it is Dwight.
What's up, everybody? We've been hosting the Case Mod Contest at PDX LAN since 2018, and we've seen some amazing custom gaming rigs throughout the years, many of which we've featured on our channels. The fall event was no different with nearly a dozen entries. The final table was nothing short of inspiring. But in the end, Larry took home the win, so be on the lookout for our upcoming rig spotlight of his Zen PC. I feel like every year I say this is the year I'm finally going to clear my backlog, and then 10 new RTX games launch. And I'm sure you're the same, so this year we're doing it together. Which RTX games are on your Steam wishlist? Share your top 5 games wishlist and we might buy them for you. You want in? Check out r/NVIDIA and our GeForce social channels on how to enter. The upcoming 007 First Light from IO Interactive looks incredible, and we're excited to showcase this wrapped RTX 5090. If you want a chance to get it, just head on over to our GeForce social channels for information on how to win.
Hey everyone. RTX Remix is a platform we created to help modders remaster classic games with path tracing and modern graphics. Last year, the Remix community released over 50 RTX mods. One of my favorites is Unreal RTX. The game that launched Unreal Engine 1 in 1998 has been remade with RTX graphics, and it looks awesome. And then there's Left 4 Dead 2 RTX. With Remix, it looks like a game that could have released this year. Today, we're announcing a new feature called Remix Logic, an easy way for modders to change up the graphics based on game events without needing hours of programming or source code. It makes RTX mods feel more dynamic. Let me show you. When I open this door, I can see a familiar landscape from Half-Life 2 RTX. But this door uses Remix Logic, and each time I open it, it changes the world around me. Here's a sci-fi device. When I pick it up, Remix Logic makes the buildings start to breathe in a dreamlike way. This control over cause and effect can even create new gameplay possibilities. Take this crossbow for example. With Remix Logic, when the camera zooms, it creates a night vision effect, allowing me to see the zombie that was hiding in the dark. We can even create a system that warns the player about incoming danger. For example, when an enemy's nearby, I see this dramatic pulsing effect. Or I can create complex and cinematic sequences. When I activate this machine, Logic makes it emit particles. Those particles become chaotic as the machine overloads. And when it blasts a beam into the sky, Remix alters the visuals to create a nuclear skyline. It even triggers the zombies to disintegrate. Modders will be able to connect a wide variety of game events to change over 900 graphical settings. Logic is going to add another level of flair to Remix mods, and it arrives later this month.
Last year, we shared the addition of GeForce RTX 5080 servers to our GeForce Now Ultimate membership, and the ability to install your own games with new cloud storage options. The rollout is now complete, and we couldn't be more excited to report that our community has streamed over 5 million RTX 5080 sessions since we launched last September. And this year, GeForce Now is bringing you more platforms, more ways to play, and of course, more games. The community has asked, and we're answering the call. Today, we're excited to announce the addition of a GeForce Now native app for Linux. Let's check it out. And Linux isn't the only new platform addition. We will also be adding support for Fire TV starting later this month. And we're excited to announce support for flight controls and HOTAs. Expect better precision, more immersion, and an incredibly low latency experience in your favorite sim games. We also continue to make it easier to get right into your games with single sign-on support for your favorite store platforms. Because really, it's all about the games. Whether you're hunting monsters or hunting your 00 status, GeForce Now will give you the power to play across any device and turn it into an RTX 5080 rig of your dreams.
Hey everyone, NVIDIA Ace is our suite of technologies that bring game characters to life. Game devs are always exploring new player experiences, and we work closely with them to expand what's possible. From immersive NPCs that react more naturally to dialogue, to reimagining traditional enemy and squad-made AI systems, to interactive assistants that help new players get up to speed. Let's throw it over to our friends at Creative Assembly for a behind-the-scenes look at how they're making their games more approachable.
In Total War, players command armies, manage economies, and navigate diplomacy. Creative Assembly's R&D team is exploring how we can enhance the familiar advisor with NVIDIA Ace to better guide players on their journey to becoming a powerful ruler in the Bronze Age. NVIDIA Ace connects on-device AI to live game state and a vast knowledge database, allowing the advisor to retrieve key information and deliver contextual advice. Let's see it in action. This experimental AI feature aims to make Total War more approachable for players of all skill levels. In Total War, a victory on one front can be followed instantly by trouble on another. Moments like this are where new players often feel overwhelmed, and the advisor can help diagnose what sparked the uprising. Let's ask, why has a rebellion broken out? The advisor can also break down options, helping you understand what actions you can take to stabilize the situation. And before heading out to put down the revolt, the advisor can help you assess your strengths, almost like consulting your war council before committing to battle. Our first step in this journey will be launching an experimental phase with select members of the Total War community in the coming months.
We've teamed up with Capcom to bring RTX tech to Pragmata, their newest sci-fi adventure game. Today, I'm happy to announce that patch racing is officially coming to Pragmata in addition to DLSS 4. Let's go behind the scenes with the development team in Osaka to hear more.
プラグマタは2人の主人公を同時に操作してゲームを進める新感覚の SF アクションアドベンチャーです。舞台は近未来の月面です。人類が月の鉱石をもとに製造したルナフィラメントと呼ばれる新素材を使うことで、あらゆるものが 3D プリントできるようになった月面世界で地球への帰還を目指す物語が描かれます。異変の起こった月面施設に調査に訪れた探査員のヒュー・ウィリアムス。しかし彼はチームメンバーと共に巨大な月震に巻き込まれて遭難してしまいます。そんなヒューを助けたのがルナフィラメントで作られた特製のアンドロイドディアナでした。ディアナのハッキングとヒューのシューティング、異なるゲーム性の融合がユニークなゲームプレイ体験をユーザーに提供します。一見すると大柄な男が小さな少女を守るだけの関係に見えるかもしれませんが、2人は共にお互いを助け合うバディです。ヒューがピンチになった時にはもちろん、ディアナがハッキングで助け協力して月面施設の探索を進めていきます。
プラグマタではパストレーシングが実装されます。光が環境の中で実際にどのように反射し、拡散し、回り込むのかを再現することで、より生命感のあるビジュアルを生み出します。これにより反射、影、間接光がより自然となり、まるでハイエンドの SF 映画のような表現がゲームの中で実現されます。パストレーシングはゲーム表現を根本から変える技術であり、レンダリング手法における大きな転換点となります。今回初めて紹介させていただいたパストレーシングの対応に加えて DLSS マルチフレームジェネレーションへの対応も予定しています。NVIDIA DLSS によりフレームレートを向上させ、遅延を低減し、全体的な画質を高めることで幅広い PC 環境で素晴らしいゲーム体験を提供できるようになりました。
PC ゲーマーの皆さんに実際にゲームをプレイしていただき、ユニークなゲームプレイと様々なメカニズムがシームレスに連携する要素を体験していただけることを本当に楽しみにしています。PC ゲーマーの皆さんには現在 Steam にて配信中のデモを実際にプレイしてみてほしいと考えています。
For nearly 30 years, Resident Evil has been thrilling gamers and pushing the boundaries of innovation and technology. We've been working closely with Capcom on Resident Evil Requiem to build on that legacy in transformative ways. Let's check out the latest RTX video showcasing path tracing and DLSS 4.
I cannot wait to play Resident Evil Requiem. 2026 is going to be a great year for PC gaming. If you want to explore further details, be sure to check out GeForce.com and subscribe to our channel to get all of the newest tech announcements and trailers. And that's a wrap for GeForce On. Let us know what you think in the comments, and we'll see you next time.